Welcome to problem 24 from chapter 9. I'm going to start at the same place with all of the examples for chapter 9 because I want you to get in the habit or to think about which tab I'm on. I didn't create separate spreadsheets. I did create separate spreadsheets within one workbook, so I didn't create separate workbooks. Then this way you can go back and forth between them much more easily than having to load a separate workbook. But what the first step you should do is when you're reading the question is determine, is it a population? Is it a sample? And so that's the first step that you should take. Now, problem number 24 says that we have a sample of 64 orders. Good. What do we have a sample of? Do we have a sample of a proportion or do we have a sample of a mean? And it says the mean waiting time is 3.57 minutes. So in this particular case, it is a sample and it is a mean. Now, when we read part A, we are given a statement. Is there evidence that the population mean waiting time is different from 3.7 minutes? So what we're going to test is the population mean equal to 3.7 minutes, or is it not equal to 3.7 minutes? And that would be a two-tailed test. So I'm going to have to change my screen to be two-tailed T hypothesis test for mean. We have the null hypothesis being 3.7 minutes. We have a level of significance of 5%. We have a sample standard deviation of 0.8 minutes. We have a sample size of 64 orders, and we have a sample mean 3.57. So once again, it calculates all of the information that we need. It calculates the T statistic, which is, like I've said in a previous video, very old school. You used to compare the T statistic to the upper and lower or the critical values. And what we do now is, as I will say one more time, because we have the ability to quickly and easily calculate the p-value, we simply compare the p-value to the level of significance. In this case, the p-value is almost 20%. It's 0.1983, which is higher or larger than the level of significance of 5%. And as again, a friendly reminder, if the p-value is less than the level of significance, you reject HO. You reject the null hypothesis. If the level of significance is greater than, if the p-value is greater than the level of significance, you do not reject. So once again, your friendly instructor has included from the spreadsheet that was given in the book the conclusion. And you can see that there's the if statement, which is what I was just saying. If B18, which is the p-value, is less than B5, which is the level of significance, reject the null hypothesis is your conclusion. If that's not true, then do not reject. So you can see it tells you the answer. Do not reject the null hypothesis. Why? Because the p-value is higher than the level of significance.